Hi, this video is an attempt to explain some of the concerns the Valley of the Moon Teachers Association has with the budgeting process in the Sonoma Valley Unified School District. We've just stalled in the negotiations process with the district, and the process is headed to fact-finding. In the next few minutes, we will share some of the facts that have led up to this breaking point. Our Sonoma Valley schools are funded at a level that's 20% more than the state average. Those are your tax dollars, dollars intended to fund the education of today's children. Schools are a people business. As such, the majority of the funding for schools goes towards employee costs. You need enough people and good people to run schools well. Our board members agree. In a recent September 6th Sonoma Valley Sun newspaper article, Ching was interviewed. Quote, Ching stresses that attracting and retaining top talent is an issue the district must face as it grapples with a shrinking supply of teachers who are exiting the field in record numbers. Our superintendent seemingly agrees as well. Recently quoted in the Sonoma Index Tribune, Palazuelos said, quote, I always feel that the district has a responsibility to provide the best conditions possible for all administrators and teachers. Their success is our success. There has never been a more challenging time to be an educator. Now that we are hopefully on the other side of the pandemic, our focus is on creating the conditions for all students to succeed. That starts with hiring and retaining the best and brightest administrators, teachers, and classified employees who will help move our district forward, end quote. How do you achieve this in a free market economy? Well, you pay employees at or above the market rate, especially if your funding is dramatically above the state average. To attract employees, you have to pay them at or above the market rate. Our district simply does not do this. The results are understaffed schools with worrisome turnover. You may be asking, but I thought you said our schools are funded above the state average. We are. SVUSD has the money. Teachers are simply not prioritized in the budget. How do we know that? Well, in 21-22, in an average California school district, 37% of the budget was going towards teacher salaries. The percent of our district's budget going to teacher salaries in 21-22 was 31%. To rise to that level, our district would need to increase salaries by almost 20%. While our schools are funded at an elite level, our teachers are paid below market wages. This may come as a surprise to some, as the district has tried to convince the public otherwise. Here's a screenshot from an email blast that was sent out to the entire school community in the Valley on August 23rd. The district provided their constituents with a grossly misleading statistic in an effort to sway public opinion. Let me explain. In an effort to demonstrate that the district teachers are fairly paid, the district office compared an undated statewide salary. Then they compared that number to their proposed salary for 22-23 and 23-24, stating that their proposal moved our teachers above the state average. What they did not tell the community was that they were comparing the California average from 2021 in California to the district's 22-23 proposal. This intentionally overstates where we are in relation to the California state average. With just COLA increases alone, the 22-23 California state average teacher salary would be $93,958, which is 8% more than the district's proposal. Here would be the accurate and valid comparison for 22-23. So how do we hire and retain the best and brightest when we aren't willing to pay market rate? We're funded at a rate much higher than the state average. This doesn't make sense. Does the district have the money? Let's see what Trustee Ching has to say. In the September 6th Sun article, Trustee Ching pointed out positive developments in the district that people may not be aware of. It is in the strongest financial position in its history and has built healthy reserves of 14% or $9.2 million to weather the storm of external shocks such as a looming recession. Well, there's a state law that has been triggered requiring a 10% cap on district reserves. However, our district is exempt from the law because it is a basic aid district. Nevertheless, it is clear that the legislature wants districts to spend today's dollars on today's students. So why does the newspaper or district always report that the school district is in a deficit? Well, their budgeting process has historically produced inaccurate budgets. They frame this as conservative financial oversight. These budgeting projections influence bargaining. That word projection is important here. The district's projected revenues each year are in yellow. The actual revenues at year end are in green. This red circle here shows the amount the district under-projected revenues in each of the last 6 years. The district's projections are off by over $5 million per year. How can the teachers union or public trust the projections provided? The answer is we don't, and for good reason. In the last 6 fiscal years, the district has projected budget deficit spending for the upcoming year 5 times. That projection only came true in 1 year, and on average, the district has run a surplus of over $1.6 million. Let's hear what Trustee Kelly had to say in a board meeting about the doomsday predictions that failed to come true.
Second, I want to point out that when the district 5 years ago was reporting that it was flush with funds and had no financial issues, I pointed it out, and there was consistent resistance from the district to even acknowledge that they had the deficits in the first place. And there were straight up efforts at retaliation to attack, to say, no, we don't have any problems. They did. We have gone in the other direction now, where we are so cautious and careful about money, which is good, it's prudent, it's respectful, that we are now actually building structural surplus. We're building a structural surplus. We've been increasing our reserves every year, and it's become a contentious issue. So while we project every year that we'll spend reserves down, we actually aren't doing that. We're increasing them, and we're probably going to end up increasing them substantially this year too. And the problem is that when we're sort of like that family where the breadwinner is constantly telling the family we're going broke, and in fact the family is making money, but the needs of the family just aren't being taken care of. And we have a lot of teachers who have slowly, gradually been falling out of the middle class in this valley. And it's much more and more difficult for new teachers and new staff, classified staff, to start families, to buy homes, and to get moving here. And the Sonoma middle class is falling apart. And the community itself is losing that vital essence that it's had for so many generations. We see it in declining student numbers. We see it across so many of our different areas. So while we can definitely pat ourselves on the back for the increasing reserves over the past few years, and I agree with you that responsible financial planning can often lead to increasing reserves, in the case that we are continuing to project them declining when we actually have reserves increasing, I think we're not in the end producing an accurate picture for our electorate. But I do respect the points that you're bringing, and I think that they're valid. I see where you're coming from. I don't agree.
Is the district office just truly fiscally conservative? We would argue no. We actually seem to have a spending problem. Let's look at the budget line item titled Services and Other Operating Expenses. That is basically everything outside of staff salaries and benefits and books and supplies. It's sort of a catch-all. It includes things like consultants, lawyers, outside contractors, and various non-student facing items. It does not include capital improvements like the new pool or buildings. This budget category has remained significantly higher than other California school districts. In 21-22, our district spent 16.3% of their budget there. The statewide average in this category is only 10.4%. To get that line item down to 10.4% would require the district spending to be near $7 million. That savings would be over $4 million per year. The savings alone would be the equivalent of a 15% wage increase. How has the budgeting process gone for this line item in recent memory? Well, over the past 6 years, we've spent almost $16 million more than we budgeted for this one line item. We seem to have a spending problem, and it's not on the people in the classroom with the students. The bottom line, our district is funded at a premium rate compared to other California districts. Our teachers are paid at a significant discount. The district has been projecting deficits for the past 6 years, but in reality has been building reserves. The district could pay teachers at or above market rate by A, accurately projecting revenues and or drawing down reserves, or B, reducing spending on other operating expenses, or at least stop overspending. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you would like to have your voice heard on this matter, please contact Superintendent Palazuelos and the Board of Trustees. Their contact information is in the notes below.